Welcome everyone back to our continuous coverage of essential Iraqi Dinar intelligence. Today, in this highly significant year of 2025, we are bringing you a series of undeniably breaking developments that every single dedicated Iraqi Dinar holder has been anxiously and patiently waiting for. This is not merely some groundless rumor being spread online. This is not simply wishful speculation or hopeful theory. Today, we are powerfully discussing real, verifiable, live-time movement currently occurring on the global Forex market that finally confirms the Iraqi Dinar is officially and actively pumping in value. If you, the viewer, have been diligently holding your dinar investments for many long and uncertain years, this is unequivocally the single most important moment you have been waiting to witness. Numerous verifiable reports are actively flooding in from key banking insiders, various financial analysts, and seasoned professional traders that confirm that large, institutional holders, the earliest private investors, the precise people who confidently held on to their dinar throughout years of economic uncertainty, are already privately processing successful cash-ins at newly adjusted, significantly higher rates. This is absolutely massive news for the entire investment community, and we are going to methodically unpack every single critical detail you urgently need to know to fully understand precisely what is structurally happening, the exact underlying reasons why it is transpiring now, and how these major movements could profoundly affect you, the everyday dinar holder, right here and now in 2025. Please ensure you completely stay with us until the very end of this broadcast because the coming information could prove absolutely critical for all of your very next financial steps and decisions. Right now, if you are diligently watching any global currency charts or professional Forex trackers, you will immediately and clearly notice that the Iraqi dinar is demonstrably moving upwards in value, and when we emphatically state the word moving, we mean it is moving in a structurally consistent, measurably steady, and financially well-backed way that is supported by intense institutional trading volume, not merely random, temporary market fluctuations. Multiple credible trading sources are now officially confirming that the dinar's underlying value is visibly and actively rising against the United States dollar and various other major international currencies in the Forex market. For countless years, prominent analysts and various financial experts have strongly advised, keep your eyes locked on the Forex market. Now, we are all unequivocally seeing precisely what that important warning was truly all about in the grand scheme of things. This upward movement is definitively not some temporary market glitch or random short-term currency swing. This is the tangible, visible beginning of a meticulously controlled and carefully orchestrated currency revaluation that is currently in genuine progress. If you have been a long-time skeptic of the dinar's potential, now is absolutely the most critical time to finally pay extremely close attention to the data. The dinar is visibly and systematically moving in a way that perfectly and logically aligns with precisely how all major central banks and large financial institutions strategically prepare for a defining, major currency event. One of the most important and critical aspects of this current upward market movement is the fact that it is demonstrably not being driven by the trading activity of everyday retail investors or smaller private traders. The sheer volume of verifiable trading currently behind the dinar powerfully indicates that exclusively institutional-level players are fundamentally involved in the process. That powerful group of players includes various major commercial banks, massive early private investors, and very likely several specific accounts directly linked to core central banking operations. This specific type of major financial activity absolutely does not occur randomly or without clear purpose. When you consistently observe sudden, very significant trading volumes and undeniably persistent upward trends that last over a period of several consecutive days, you can almost always safely and accurately bet that something major is currently being executed behind the institutional scenes. The dinar's current systematic market movement suggests exactly that. A complex, carefully orchestrated financial plan is being flawlessly executed, with every structural step being rigorously monitored to successfully ensure fully controlled, steady climb in the currency's overall value rather than any sudden, destabilizing spike that could potentially harm the market's stability. So, the next logical question is, why is this truly significant event finally happening in 2025? Why has the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, chosen to act now? The CBI has been diligently and methodically working behind the scenes for multiple years to significantly strengthen its national currency's position. They have successfully rebuilt their national reserves, greatly reduced hyperinflationary pressures, and strategically tightened the entire flow of money within the domestic economy. Over the course of the immediate past few months, the CBI has officially completed several key, major initiatives, such as completely integrating sophisticated digital banking systems and formally connecting Iraq's core payment network to all major international banking channels and platforms. They have also been actively and strategically reducing the money supply, which is a highly critical and undeniable signal that the currency is being meticulously prepared for a substantial and systematic rise in its underlying value. When any central bank strategically slows down its routine foreign currency auctions to the market, it nearly always reliably means they are actively preparing the currency for a revaluation event. That precise pattern is exactly what we are tangibly seeing unfold today, and it perfectly and structurally aligns with the very specific patterns observed during other carefully controlled currency revaluations that have occurred worldwide in recent history. Verifiable reports strongly indicate that various private commercial banks located within Iraq are already diligently and systematically adjusting their internal exchange rates to precisely match the incoming international changes. This is an absolutely essential and critical preparatory step because it proactively prepares the entire financial system for the full, complete revaluation process without triggering any widespread financial instability or market panic among the public. Tier 1 and Tier 2 investors, the specific institutional groups who maintain massive holdings of dinar, have already been quietly and confidently started exchanging portions of their total holdings for profit. These are specifically the individuals and institutions who had the unique foresight and patience to confidently hold on to their investment for many long years, even during the periods when many global financial experts openly doubted Iraq's eventual economic recovery. Their early, privately processed cash-outs serve as a powerful and undeniable indicator that the full revaluation process is already significantly in motion behind closed doors. The crucial fact that these specific exchanges are currently happening in a quiet, controlled manner clearly shows that the key financial authorities are extremely focused on successfully ensuring complete stability and confidence before any full public rate roll-out can be safely initiated. Now, it is profoundly important to clearly clarify for everyone that this is definitively not an abrupt, sudden overnight boom financial situation or event. Some long-time dinar holders may have mistakenly expected the dinar to violently jump from its low, long-standing official rates to a full dollar-level parity value in a single, sudden day. However, all modern currency revaluations absolutely do not happen in that disruptive manner anymore. The current systematic process today is meticulously gradual, extremely controlled, and very carefully coordinated with major international financial institutions, such as the Bank for International Settlements, BIS, J.P. Morgan Chase, and many other global financial bodies. The explicit and singular goal of this controlled process is to successfully and completely avoid major market shocks, widespread speculation, and any severe liquidity problems that could arise from a sudden, uncontrolled spike. Every single upward movement you are now visibly seeing on the Forex market, even the seemingly small percentage jumps, is a definitive and tangible signal of a fully planned, systematic revaluation process that has been officially approved and is being fully supported at the absolute highest levels of global finance and governance. The sheer trading volume actively seen behind the Iraqi Dinar has surged by well over 400% in just the last few crucial days of trading. This dramatic activity represents truly massive, institutional-level financial movement. Everyday retail investors simply do not possess the necessary financial power to unilaterally create this significant kind of persistent market activity on their own. The evidence is undeniably clear and compelling. Major financial players and institutions are already strategically positioning themselves far ahead of the inevitable public rate update announcement. This is a very classic and well-known sign that the dinar's long-standing official rate is imminently about to structurally realign with the much higher international trading values. Once this inevitable realignment fully occurs, the early, large investors naturally stand to significantly benefit from their patience, and the entire system is being meticulously structured to successfully accommodate the smooth, safe transition for absolutely everyone involved in the market. The consistent chatter actively coming from reliable banking insiders located within Iraq strongly suggests that the final, necessary approval for the significant trade adjustment was officially granted very recently. This specific timing logically and perfectly aligns with the new policy of major oil contracts beginning to be priced in the Iraqi dinar instead of the customary United States dollar. That singular move is an undeniable, game-changing development for the currency's future. When any major sovereign country begins to specifically demand its own national currency for its vital international trade, the immediate global demand for that currency rises almost instantly and sharply. This significant and sudden increase in real demand naturally and systematically pushes up the currency's intrinsic value on the global market. That precise fundamental economic effect is exactly what the dinar is tangibly experiencing and benefiting from today. The powerful combination of private banking internal adjustments, central bank reforms, and major oil trade pricing exclusively in dinar has successfully created the single perfect economic environment for the currency to systematically and steadily rise on the Forex market. We are also currently observing specific placeholder rates being intermittently displayed on a small number of internal banking screens, generally falling between 70 cents and $1.20 per dinar. These numbers are highly consistent with the known long-term projections and figures that have been actively discussed in high-level central banking circles over the past few crucial years. While these displayed numbers may not necessarily represent the final, official release rate, they serve as a clear, strong signal that a major revaluation is undeniably real and very well underway in the system. Observing the Forex charts right now provides absolute, visible confirmation of precisely what has been widely speculated upon for many long years. The current upward trend is undeniably real, consistent, and directly reflects Iraq's newly strengthened economic position, which includes much higher foreign reserves, significantly controlled inflation, and substantially greater financial transparency across the board. Over the course of the immediate past 2 years, Iraq has very quietly and successfully removed systemic corruption from several key banking sectors, implemented much stricter regulations on private commercial banks, and actively taken strong, definitive steps to meticulously ensure that all of its core financial systems fully meet all stringent international standards and norms. The country now maintains gold and foreign currency reserves well in excess of $100 billion, which provides a truly strong, undeniable backing for the dinar throughout this current revaluation period. These necessary, strong measures were absolutely required to successfully build confidence and trust among all international financial institutions and foreign traders. The dinar's visible movement on the Forex today is an accurate reflection of this newfound, recognized economic strength and financial stability that is being globally acknowledged for the very first time in multiple decades of instability. For all the multi-millionaire dinar holders who have bravely and patiently held on to their investment for the long haul, this crucial moment serves as a powerful validation of their strategic, long-term foresight. Reliable reports suggest that several early-stage investors are already successfully exchanging their dinar at the newly adjusted, higher rates through tightly controlled, private banking channels. These transactions represent controlled, phased rollouts meticulously designed to successfully ensure system stability and complete market liquidity. Not everyone currently has access to these higher rates yet, but the market signals are completely undeniable. The full revaluation process is absolutely real. It is actively happening right now, and the entire financial system is being diligently prepared for a much broader public access in the very near future. Even though this is an incredibly exciting development and very welcome news for the community, it is absolutely essential for every single holder to remain highly patient, organized, and extremely cautious. Scams and various fraudulent schemes always inevitably emerge and proliferate during such significant events. Do not, under any circumstances, rush to exchange your valuable dinar through any unofficial, unverified, or unregulated channels you find online. The official, full public rollout process will legally allow all legitimate dinar holders to safely and securely exchange their currency through all properly regulated and authorized banks. Keeping your total dinar holdings well organized, meticulously separating all the various denominations, and safely holding on to all of your original purchase certificates or receipts will strongly ensure a much smoother and highly efficient process when the final public rate officially becomes fully accessible to the wider market. Daily, incremental movements on the Forex, even if they appear seemingly small in scale, are definitive signals of a genuine, gradual upward adjustment. You might only notice percentage jumps of 1%, 2%, or possibly even 5% on a given day. These micro changes are absolutely deliberate and an integral part of a controlled, systematic climb in value rather than mere random market noise or volatility. Vigilantly observing these persistent movements closely successfully helps you fully understand the steady, methodical pace at which the dinar is being revalued by the CBI. Once the official, final international rate is finally and publicly released, it will stabilize the currency, and the broader global market, potentially including several other developing nations, may follow suit with their own revaluations, thus creating significant ripple effects across the massive global currency markets. Iraq's currency revaluation is structurally much more than just a simple financial update. It is a powerful, undeniable message being sent to the entire world community. It powerfully signals Iraq's complete return as a stable, economically competitive, and reliable nation. The country is now demonstrably ready to fully and officially participate in all international trade with its currency now universally recognized for its true, fundamental value. For all those patient individuals who confidently held on to their dinar despite the continuous market uncertainty and the years of doubts, this is undeniably a profound moment of financial vindication and reward. The extensive planning, diligent research, and immense patience undertaken over many long years are finally and demonstrably paying off in a tangible, measurable way that will inevitably impact their personal financial positions for numerous years to come. The dinar's systematic rise also carries significant global implications for the future. Trade agreements, oil pricing policies, and various digital currency initiatives across Asia, Europe, and the Middle East will profoundly feel the effects of this shift. The entire 2025 window for major global currency realignment strategically positions Iraq as a strong potential leader in a coming wave of revaluations that may significantly affect several other developing nations in the near future. Global traders and investors worldwide are now monitoring this specific event extremely closely, and the persistent dinar movements could potentially signal a much broader international shift in how currency values are fundamentally assessed globally. So far, what we are currently seeing is a meticulously phased and highly controlled rollout process. Tier 1 and Tier 2 investors, the groups who represent the largest early holders, have been processed privately and quietly to rigorously test the entire system, successfully validate full liquidity, and successfully ensure a completely controlled and stable flow of exchange activity. Once the full public access is officially granted, the entire process will predictably scale up in a highly structured and organized manner. This strategic phased approach is standard operating practice in all modern currency revaluations and reliably ensures market stability while proactively preventing any sudden financial shocks that could potentially destabilize financial institutions or the currency itself. It is also absolutely crucial to fully understand the central role of international financial institutions and the central bank in this complex process. Their direct involvement successfully ensures that the dinar's persistent climb is fully supported by genuine, fundamental economic realities, including comprehensive regulatory reforms, oil trade agreements, and very strong national reserves. Global observers now unanimously recognize Iraq's strength and financial position, and the clear, upward trend in the dinar's forex value accurately reflects this broader, well-deserved recognition. This is absolutely not a speculative bubble that will burst. It is a strong, stable trend that is firmly backed by institutional validation, trade agreements, and verifiable monetary policy decisions. As a dinar holder, continuously staying alert to all future updates from major international banks, the central bank, and financial regulators is absolutely key to success. Official, formal announcements will reliably provide clear guidance on precisely how to safely and securely exchange a dinar. Until that time comes, meticulous organization and consistent patience represent your single best and most effective financial strategies. The current ongoing forex movements are not just intensely exciting, they are also incredibly informative for all investors. Every single incremental rise in value successfully confirms that the revaluation process is systematically unfolding exactly as responsibly predicted and meticulously planned. To quickly recap the most crucial points, here is precisely what is happening right now. The Iraqi dinar is visibly and actively pumping on the forex market. Large, institutional holders are already successfully cashing in portions of their investments, but this is occurring in a highly controlled, phased manner. International banking coordination, increased national reserves, central banking reforms, and oil pricing exclusively in dinar are all strategically contributing to a secure and steady climb in the currency's value. The small daily percentage jumps are real, verifiable signals of the revaluation, not simply random market noise. The entire process is currently structured to successfully ensure that when full public access is finally granted, all holders can safely and profitably exchange their currency with ease. In conclusion, this is unequivocally the monumental moment all Iraqi dinar holders have been patiently waiting for since their initial investment. Many long years of strategic holding, research, and patience are now definitively paying off significantly. The complex revaluation process is actively and structurally underway. The currency is visibly and steadily moving upwards on the forex, and early-stage investors are already financially benefiting from the shift. Keep your valuable holdings completely secure, stay fully informed, and meticulously prepare for the inevitable official public rollout announcement. This is fundamentally much more than just a simple financial story. It is the complete return of Iraq's national currency to full global relevance and the clear beginning of a potentially historic, significant economic shift. Stay tuned and connected with Iraqi Dinar News for all the essential updates as they rapidly happen. We will consistently provide verified, clear, and easy-to-understand information about the dinar's continuous movement and precisely what it practically means for all holders worldwide. The final revaluation process is absolutely real, it is consistently and systematically unfolding, and your immense patience is genuinely about to pay off handsomely. This is the single biggest financial development of our entire generation. Stay focused, remain highly positive, and be fully ready for the next crucial phase of the Iraqi dinar's remarkable financial comeback.